me warmly welcome you all to yet another important national event, this time to officially launch the security sector reform project for the Gambia. When my administration was sworn in last January, it was clear to us that we were taking over a security sector that had been deeply politicized and not responsive to the need of our people. The security forces had, over the past 22 years, been molded mainly to focus on entrenching the former regime, and some elements were largely used by the regime to carry out atrocities against the people they were supposed to protect. The responsibility for the poor governance and cuts across all segments of society and goes far beyond what we see publicly. Our public institutions, including legal, legislative, protective, preventive bodies, were generally politicized and turned into agents of entrenchment for the former regime. This state of affairs, where many evaded responsibility to provide the necessary safeguard for democracy, socio-economic development, and enhancement of basic freedom for our people, is not an option, and therefore we must not and shall not sit by and do nothing about it. This is why I have directed for urgent reforms to be initiated to ensure an effective and accountable security sector under democratic control with full respect for human rights, the rule of law, as well as fundamental principles of good governance. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my administration is highly committed to reset our direction to reform and transform our security sector into a functional and effective one that delivers for the good of our people. Let me at this stage commend the leadership, officers, men and women of all security outfits of the country for the commitment and cooperation to the reform agenda in the same vein. I extend special thanks to all our development partners, particularly the UN, ECOWAS, EU, and AU, and all those who are associated with this important security sector reform project. We appreciate and applaud the support of ECOWAS for providing the economic intervention force. It should be noted that a critical segment of the development arena is security and stability, without which our development efforts cannot be sustainable. In pursuit of this reality, my government takes security sector reform as top priority. Given that my #1 duty and responsibility as President and Commander-in-Chief is the safety and security of the people of the Gambia. The UN made an allocation of $3 million as initial support for the security sector reform, transitional justice, and to strengthen the capacity of my office. Ladies and gentlemen, to provide guidance and oversight of the implementation of the project, government established a steering committee as the project board. This board comprises of a membership from the security-related ministries of Defense, Interior, Foreign Affairs, Finance, and Justice, and key SSR partners such as UN, ECOWAS, and EU. Indeed, SSR is a long-term undertaking. However, the initial phase of this project is 18 months. The key objectives include the development of an inclusive national security strategy for the Gambia and the implementation of a coherent and coordinated framework of support for the implementation of the SSR interventions. I am sure that additional support will be provided for the full implementation of national security sector strategy, as already indicated by our development partners, including the UN. I am confident that we will achieve a successful security reform to enable us to once again take charge of our security and destiny, and take our rightful place in providing for a safer and secure Gambia and beyond. With these few remarks, it is now my singular honor to formally launch the security sector reform project of the Gambia. I thank you all.